Okay, good morning. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Here is my screen which I'm going to share with you. Stop making annotations, please, because I can see the names with annotations as well. So is it good if I say your names in front of everybody? Okay, students, here is my screen. As you know that we have done comparative adjectives with as in our last presentation, in our last Zoom class, okay? So here is can you see all of you? Okay, show me your thumbs up that you can see the slide. Show me your thumbs up, all of you. Good. Okay, class. So, okay. So as you know that we have done this comparative adjective with as in our yesterday's Zoom class, and I told you that we use this comparative adjective with as adjective as we use when we are comparing things that are same in one way, and with not and as adjective as we use when we compare things that are different in one way. Okay, if you look at this example, the sound of didgeridoo is as low as the tuba sound. So you see this example that didgeridoo and tuba both make the low sound. That's why they used as adjective as here. But in the second example, they're comparing things that are not same, they are different. So they used not as adjective and as, okay? Not as curved as. So you see over here? So the things when they are different in one way, we will be using not with as adjective as. Okay, I'm moving on to the next slide. Okay, everybody come to page number 109 of your 109 of your workbook. Everybody come to page number 109 of your workbook. Get your pencils ready, all of you, especially 3D students, because 3D students, you haven't done this work. So I want you to open up your page 109 of your workbook so we could start the work. Write down today's classwork day and date at the top of the page. Write down today's classwork day and date at the top of the page. Okay, today is 11th December 2020, and it's classwork, and the day is Friday. Okay, students, look, read, and check. So you see over here, these are the ones you need to look in the picture first, and then you have to check the correct one. Okay. Okay, Darin, tell me the first one, please. Is a violin's neck as long as an arhu's neck?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Are you sure?
Yes.
Violin's neck is different, but arhu's neck is different. You can't see that, beta. No, it isn't. So what you would do? You will tick mark the second one, B one. Okay, now who will tell me the answer of number 2? Are flutes longer than panpipes? Yes, they are, or no, they aren't. Yes, Ibrahim Fezan. Ibrahim Fezan, let me. Okay, Muhammad Inshal, you tell me, beta. Yes, Muhammad Inshal.
Ma'am, your voice is. Ma'am, I can't hear you.
No, my voice is clear.
Can't hear you.
Everybody can hear me? Show me a thumbs up, please. Everybody can hear me or not? Okay, good, me, Darim. Okay, students. So are flutes longer than panpipes? This is flute and this is panpipe. So are they longer? Yes, they are. Is the Ney as old as the pyramids? If you look at both ones, they are about 3200 BC and this is about 3200 BC as well. So yes, it is. Okay, is a violin as loud as a tuba? Is a violin as loud as a tuba? No, it isn't. Is a violin as big as an odd? Violin is here and odd is here. No, it isn't. Is a clarinet as long as a didgeridoo? This is didgeridoo and this is clarinet. Is it as long as a didgeridoo? No, it isn't. Okay, students, now come to next page. Okay, students, now I'm on this page, page number 110 of your workbook now. Page number 110 of your workbook now. You need to write down classwork day and date at the top of the page. Write down classwork day and date at the top of the page. Unscramble the sentences. Put the words in order to give your own opinions. So you need to unscramble the words here, but it should be your own opinion, whichsoever you see that is the correct one, okay? So the first one is pop music as popular as. Okay, just wait. Let me say it and then you can say, tell me. Pop music as popular as is not rock music. Okay, Muhammad Ayan, you tell me, beta.
Ma'am, CDs are not as
No,
popular.
I'm doing the number one. I'm doing the number one. Number one, Muhammad Ayan.
Pop, pop music is not as popular as rock music.
Very good. Pop music. Write down all of you, those who didn't write down. Is not.
Ma'am, I done it in the
Oh,
school.
that's good. Popular as a rock music. Okay. Number two, as popular as CDs are not MP3s. Yes, Ahil,
MP3s are not as popular as CDs.
are you sure? CDs are the older ones and MP3s are the ones which are being used nowadays as well. So what do you think? What I think is that CDs are not as popular as MP3s. Or okay, that's fine. It's up to you, whatever you want to write, right? CDs
Okay.
are not as popular as MP3s. Okay. Okay, number three. Is not flute music, tuba music as beautiful as? Who will tell me? Yes, Shazil. Shazil will tell me. Is not flute music, tuba music as beautiful as? You need to unmute yourself, Shazil, and then you can say it, okay? You need to unmute, yes, now.
Tuba music is not as beautiful as flute music.
Perfect, thank you. So it would be tuba music is not as beautiful as flute music. Okay, Ali Muhammad Tariq, you tell me the next one. Woodwind instruments as beautiful as string instruments are not.
Woodwind instruments are not as beautiful as string instruments.
Perfect, thank you. So, woodwind, woodwind instruments are not as beautiful as string instruments. Okay, so class, Okay, class, I'm going to the D part now. Complete each sentence so it has the same meaning as the first sentence. So if you look at number one sentence, please, 3D students, especially it's for you. A cello is bigger than a violin. So if you look at this sentence, the second sentence they made, these both sentences actually means the same. So you need to make the second sentence that it means the same as the first sentence. Okay. So the second sentence they made is a violin is not as big as a cello. So if you see, the first sentence was the comparative adjective, but the second sentence they made is with comparative adjective with as. Okay, and they use not as well. Okay, to make it the same as the first one. If you look at the second sentence, a darbuka is taller than a snare drum. So what would be the second sentence which should mean the same as the first one? Who will tell me? Who is this Hina's Galaxy? Please write down your name instead of writing Hina's Galaxy, because if your name wouldn't be mentioned, then you will not be marked present. And in the next Zoom class, you will not be allowed to attend the Zoom class. So I'm suggesting you to write on your name, please, okay? So who will tell me? Let me ask somebody else. Ibrahim Shams, can you tell me? A darbuka is taller than a snare drum. What was the second sentence which should be the same as the first one? You will be using not and then as adjective as. So what would you say here?
Then which one?
The second one here, D part second one.
Okay, ma'am. Is taller than a snare drum.
A darbuka is taller than a snare drum. So if I ask you to make the second sentence which should mean the same as the first one, so what would be the second sentence? A snare drum is
A snare drum is louder than.
Okay, write down all of you. A snare drum is not as tall as a darbuka. Okay, a snare drum is written already, is not as tall as a darbuka. Okay, number 3, a didgeridoo is longer than a neigh. So they wrote the second sentence, a neigh is, when you are making the comparative adjective with as, the last one would come at the first one will go in the last, and longer than will be changed into not as adjective as. This is how you will write down a sentence. Okay, let me ask somebody now. Yes, Shayan Mujahid Beta, you tell me. A didgeridoo is longer than a neigh. So what would be the second sentence? A neigh is
A neigh is not long as a
not
tuba.
as long as a
A
didgeridoo.
degree.
Okay, a neigh is not as long as a didgeridoo. Okay, number 4. An art's neck is shorter than a violin's neck. So a violin's neck is not as short as an art's neck. Okay, students, I'm going to part E now because we just 25 minutes to go. So I would complete this part, okay? Look and write. So you need to look at the picture here and then you have to write on the sentence here, okay? So the second, which one is given to you is snare drum, tall, djembe. So the smaller one is the snare drum and the bigger one is djembe. So what sentence would you make here using comparative adjective with as? So you would say a snare drum is not as tall as djembe. Okay? So you will write on a sentence, a snare drum is not as tall as a djembe. Okay? The third sentence is one tube long, the other tube. So if you look at both tubes, do they look like the same or not? Yes, they do. So what sentence would you make here? You will make a sentence. One tube is as long as the other tube. So the sentence you will make is one tube is as long as the other tube. And the last one is flute, loud, tuba. Flute, loud, and tuba. Yes, Ibrahim Shams? Yes, Ibrahim?
मैम आपने स्पेलिंग गलत लिखा है इधर।
कहाँ पे?
मैम ये थर्ड वाले में।
Which spelling is wrong?
मैम वन ट्यूब है कि क्या है ये मैम?
No, it's one tube. It's not tuba. It's tube, okay? Okay, students, the last one would be flute is as loud as a tuba. A flute is as loud as a tuba. Okay, students, that's all for today. Okay, students, that's all for today. Take good care of yourself. See you then. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz. I'll see you inshallah on Monday, right?